I hope you are doing well. Let's make sure we're all up and going. Hello, hello, hello. I am getting my stuff ready. My room is a hot mess. Hello, La Francis, and Candy is here with me. Hi, how are you? I am so glad you're here with me. It has been a fun weekend. My goodness, we are having so much fun. It's just not even, I don't know. It's just too much. We had the awesome Magnolia Fest. That is what our little town is known for, magnolias. We have them all up and down the main road. So, on top of all of that, I have all of my stuff going on for, hello Yvonne, how are you? For our, for our next Zoom class, we are going to be doing Madison, what I'm calling paper lace and Liberty, the 31st, May 31st. So I am wanting to do this as a sample so I can show you what our class is going to be about. This is a different layout. I am going to make a super unique layout just for us for our Lace and Liberty class, Zoom class on the 31st. But it's going to go with this collection. So I'm kind of just warming up to that idea. And it's going to be tons and tons of borders. You guys know that I love a border. A compound border is even better. I was already playing with it, so it's kind of glued on here right now. Okay, you know that I love that. I love the, what do we call them here? Anniversary paper tricks folders. They're around here somewhere in my stash. I don't even know where they're at. I've been cutting with them like crazy, so I know they have to be underneath all this paper. And I also went and got all of the, well, these aren't all of them. I think I have 2 kits because my Madison collection has a lot of gorgeous embellishments, and I'm thinking that I must have 2 collections, but they're absolutely gorgeous, and they're going to be perfect for pictures from Nick. He was at the New York marathon, Brooklyn Marathon this weekend, yesterday, Saturday. So I think it's going to be super fun to do that. And I've got very tropical vibes going on here because I am trying to convince my husband that on vacay, or that he should take me on vacay. So for the summer, right? So I have that going on, and also let me show you what I looked at when I was looking at all these gorgeous embellishments. They're like these gorgeous rosettes, very dreamy. So I'm dreaming up some different paper tricks to do with all of this stuff. But then I went into my stash because last time we were talking about this page. It's basically the end of the page that we talked about last time. We were making fussy mussies, and I told you guys that I wanted to put all those little, embellishments. I think it would be super darling if we use this fussy mussy as the base for our embellishments. So you kind of put this here. Do you see that? And maybe some floral stuff in the background, and maybe a little flag. Do you see how you can kind of add your embellishments to the fussy mussy? Just because it's not floral doesn't mean you don't have to. Hey Jane, how are you in North Carolina? Doesn't mean that you can only use it with flowers. I think it's going to be super cute with like maybe some rosettes in it. Do you see? That's what I was kind of dreaming up. So on top of that, I realized that we don't have very many florals. This is a floral that comes with your, it's upside down, that comes with your Madison collection. But I didn't have a lot, okay? So I went into my stash, and I do have a bunch of florals. At one time in my life, tussy mussy, not fussy mussy. I love it. I'm saying fussy mussy, kind of like fussy cutting. Okay, so I went into my department of florals. I have them in a big binder, one of those Totally Tiffany binders, and I have them in kind of color. At one time in my life, I organized everything into color, but I don't like that anymore. Now I have them kind of in collections. But regardless, I went in there to look for red. I think those are Christmas florals. And then I found some red and white and blue, and then some white ones. And I think that if I incorporate that into our, what did you say it was? Cussy Mussy? It's a fussy, nussy. Let me see. It's a tussie with a T. It's a tussie and a mussy. Hey, Annie, how are you, sweetheart? You doing well? I am so glad. How do you fussy cussy? I don't know how to fussy cussy. It's fussy cutting, right? when you paper cut around something and it's fussy. Anyway, so this is the embellishments that I'm pulling out. Red roses and all of these embellishments, okay? That is what I'm using for my tussie, to fill my tussie fussy, okay? That is what we have going on. Hello, Kelly, how are you? Your dress and your hair decor. Okay, so the dress is not very Madison vibey, but I am trying to convince my husband that I need to go somewhere tropical for vacay. That's what I was. I came out of the bathroom dressed like this, and he goes, whoa. And I said, I think you need to take me on vacay. Or I think this dress needs to go on vacay. Somewhere tropical. I'm getting very, what do we call her? Celia Cruz kind of vibes, right? Somewhere tropical, Caribbean. So we are going to continue this page. And let me move over here to show you what all I have for it. Last time we worked on this page, I was trying to make stripes on this page. Okay, we worked on this page. Do you remember? It was the 1 1/4 inch, and then I folded it in half, and you leave a little bit here for the fillet, and then you fold it, and it's, if you have double, you kind of make what I'm calling here, it's kind of a little embellished, popped. So it kind of makes it feel like one of those fancy trays that you carry stuff on. Of course, when we put this in our books, it's going to be flat, but for right now it has a little bit of dimension on there, and I kind of think I like that. So I was putting stripes on the page, and for some reason it just didn't work for me. So we took those stripes off, and as you can see, I have a boo-boo. I see the stripes came from this side, this paper, okay? But it wasn't like the stripe that I wanted. I wanted something more like those black and white awnings or red and white, but then that looked too Christmassy. Anyway, regardless, I pivoted, and we ended up with this, okay? So I am working on pulling out. Now, let's talk about Madison. Madison is on the 31st May, and these type of embellishments, this is the paper line we're going to use. Not the exact same layout, but something like it. We are going to do extreme compound borders. Paper lace is what we're going to make. So any of your collections that make this is a doily. This is another one that's those paper doilies that makes, okay, so I just pulled out all of these. You're going to need also some of your favorite borders right here. This is this one? One is just the OG, and it's one of my absolute favorites. I don't know, it has the shadow, it has gorgeous intricate details inside. It has the shadow, and it has embossing folders. Oh, yes, embossing folders. So, but if you don't have this one, you can also pull out, maybe this is Crop at Home 3. And this is all pushed out of the, anyway, this is Crop at Home 3 right here. You can also use that. That also has lots of little intricate, what we're looking for is something that makes it look like lace, okay? If something makes it look like lace, then that is what I'm looking for, okay? Those little holes that we have in here. Because we are calling this class Liberty and Lace. And so I'm trying to find dies that have that little lacy doily look to it, okay? So my favorite is the OG class one, Crop at Home 1. This one is also fabulous. It's Crop at Home 3. And then we also have lace folders. This one, it's called Lace Embossing Folders and Dies. If you guys are card makers and you only have the halvesies, this works just as well for 12-inch layouts. You just have to kind of, you know, merge them together. It'll work. And then I have for the frames or for fussy, tussy mussies, you can use these little lace edges, okay? This one is called Lace Edge Die Set. It also has this one right here that I love. And then I found some that say doily. I think I'm missing one. That says doily only, but this one doesn't have shadows. So sad, because I don't think I would be missing it. But regardless, I will show you how to make a shadow with this in our class, okay? So even if you don't have shadows, we just have to be creative, and we can make things have shadows. We just have to figure it out, okay? And so these are just classes. If you are starting to look for dies that you might want to use for this class, these are the lacy cutouts are what I want you to find. Where's the one that has that one? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, and then the other one that I used was the original class. The Scrapbook 1, Crop at Home 1 dies that are just simple frames, because I like to do things like this. You see, kind of do a little pop-up of that. This can also be perfectly flat, but I have a little foam in between. And then I like to put it on top of this little background, okay? So then you put your little picture in there. I am just so excited about getting some pictures in here from our, well, we just had the Magnolia Fest. This would be perfect, red, white, and blue. And then also Nick's weekend of running. Children that run around all over town. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. Oh, here's the other class that I wanted, the other dies that I think are gorgeous for this. It is a circle and a heart, and then the frame that I just showed you. And it is called 3D Lace Doilies. Okay. Absolutely gorgeous. Look how gorgeous. Can you see a tussy mussy happening with that little heart? Yes, you do. Martha's making decoration frames on a frame. Yes, of course. Why? We have to upgrade. We have to get an upgrade on those things. So I want to show you the desk, because if you saw my desk, you would think that I don't know, a 12-year-old, no, let's call her a 3-year-old. A 3-year-old just came through here. And then I also pulled out the stars. You know, the stars, a lot of us got stars on our mystery boxes. I already had some of the stars, so I doubled it. Now, I don't think I need a double of the frame, so that's in my to-go department. But, okay, so you see what all these dies are. I want you to look for dies that have little lacy cutouts, okay? Now, also, if you don't have the red, white, and blue Patriotic Madison Collection, you can also use just red, white, and blue of whatever you want. Now, when we're using the anniversary embossing folders, those work really good with double-sided paper, okay? Because when you start to work, and I'll show you this one that I'm putting together. I put them over to the side and tried not to finish them so that we can do them on air. But you see how that little thing is there, and then the back is this way? Well, there's a little tiny spot right there that you can see. If you don't have double-sided paper, that will show up white. Now for me, that's perfectly okay. You can also just ink it, okay? Now, also when I did this one, I didn't like that I couldn't see the folds so much, so I went in and inked it. And I kind of still think that I don't know if I like that enough. And I don't know if you guys have ever been in there with a little Sharpie and made a little sharp line, okay? Because I feel like I want more of a line. So I inked it, but I just didn't feel like it was enough. Does that make any sense? But I kind of like the line, kind of. And also, this is my second ink pad. What in the world is going on with me that I have been putting gold on everything? And I'm not an inker, right? I've told you that, guys, before, because inking is sloppy, messy, and I don't like that. Okay, so you see the difference? You kind of can see that little line there. So I want to show you that. Okay. Alrighty, so let's start with our base paper. I'm going to move over to the side so you guys can see this. We're going to put this page together and finish it up with our Tussy Mussies, Yvonne. Okay, Tussy with a T, Mussy, Fussy, Tussy, Mussy. Put it up there again and tell me what it is, Yvonne. Tussy, Mussy, Tussy. Because I was calling it Fussy, Mussy. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure this top up. It's making me feel paper bag potato sack kind of feeling. I think it's just too big. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to move this down so we can all see this lovely mess that I have going on. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Where are we? It is 5 and 10 minutes and we are on a race for dinner, which is 6 p.m. for me. Tussy Mussy. Thank you, Yvonne. Tussy Mussy. Yvonne in Kentucky, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hello, B. How are you? Okay, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am so happy that you're here with me. My name is Martha, and this is Martha's Paper Crafting, where we do tons and tons of paper crafting, usually scrapbooking, usually a little bit of a hot mess, extra over the top. So if you don't like the over the top, more is better, then you can stop at just more. You don't have to go more. Okay, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am so happy that you're here. Hello, and I'm going to move you over to my desk so that you guys can all see this lovely hot mess I have going on while I turn the camera. Yes, look at that, okay? When I say it's a hot mess, I'm saying it's a hot mess. I have stuff over here. I have stuff over here. I've already closed the door, but there's a whole other section and just stuff, just lots and lots of stuff that hangs out here with me as I start to create. I just love to have stuff close to me, and I really enjoy having the messes with me. And so we are making sure my camera here is nice and tight. So I was at the Magnolia Fest this weekend. That is where our little small town of Columbus, Texas comes alive. We have music and bands and all kind of lovely stuff. And it was just so much fun to kind of hang out with everybody in town. Always a lot of fun to do. You need to come and visit us. I think it's the third weekend of every May. So put it in your calendar. All right, so here is the page that we were working on last week. Or I think it's been a week since I've seen you all. And let's see, where are we at? So that I can see what's going on. And hello, Doris, how are you from Arizona? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Okay, so we have here a 12-inch paper. It is the one with the stripes. It is this light blue. I like the light blue because it's a little muted, and I felt like that was a good background paper. I like to do either a background that's muted or something in that department for my back. Now also, you are also more than welcome to use a solid, because by the time we put everything on top of everything, it might be covered up too much. So that is totally up to you, and I really do appreciate the idea of double paper, and I need to be able to make sure that you guys can all see it. And I like to save paper also. I'm the same hoarding of paper with you. Okay, so let's pull this out and show you. And my ruler somewhere. I think I lost my ruler. I saw it in the rest of my house. But we will use this quilting ruler. Okay, so on this is a 1 inch, and then you're going to do a score. And then there is, gosh, I can't see this so well. Let's see. The blue is at a half. Yeah. So it is a 1 inch and then score and then a half on here. And then you fold it over so that you can see both sides. And then on top of that, you're going to put it down just a little slither off the edge. Okay. Because that way you can get that accent of what I like to call the fillet edge. Okay. That is our first base. And then we have bows. And there's a lost bow around here somewhere because I was saving it to do it together. I have some bows on the corners. So if you don't miter very pretty, my miters were not bad. We were talking about all the different ways of mitering. Mine was not that bad on this one. And so I cut out 4 of these lovely bows. And I want to say this is from the creation, from the celebration die. Okay. I think some of you might know what I'm talking about. It's the lovely one with all of the beautiful, let me see, what is it called? Is it a celebration one? Yes. Okay, so I'm pulling out one of these. Again, I am wanting some dimension, but you don't have to have dimension for this. Okay, and I'm gonna put a little dot. I haven't found that my dots are very strong, so there we go. Flip these little babies over, and you can kind of see that I put my little bows loops all the way to the corners, to where you can see the little corner on the edge, the little gold part. Okay, and then I fold this down, bring this down, and I do like to use a little clothespin. Pamela Densmore gave me gold clothespins, and I felt so royal. They're probably still packed. Look at these gold ones. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, so that is this one, and I'm trying to figure out which one is the top and the bottom of this loveliness. I feel like that should be the top. Are you agreeing? I think I am. So I like to put a little bit of a washi tape on what I'm calling the top, so that I don't forget right there. You see? Lovely. All right, and then we're going to move over to some borders and the frame. So I kind of am thinking that I'd like to do horizontal. I'd like to do a long one here for this. Okay, so I cut out the little bitty inside, and then I cut out a bigger one so that I can layer them. And I have this one here, and this is the tape from the Anna Griffin kit in white. I think I must have used so much of it because I am getting low on this one. It's really extremely strong. So here. So how is everybody doing? Is it hot enough for you guys in May? Because Texas is warming up. We're like on what do we call it? Warming up the oven. Okay, so here we go, and I am going straight down. So I can get a little picture that goes right into that little spot. You see that I had the cream with a little bit of a gold, and I kind of wanted that for my photo. And I am going to use the temporary adhesive because I'm not convincing myself that I want it vertical or landscape portrait yet. I'm still kind of thinking about it. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there. And on this one, I was doing this. Now, you guys, this is how big is this? Let's look and see. 2.5. This is 2.5 inches. It is the big blue with the light little flowers on the back. And it is the box, what do we call it? The box pleat paper folder, anniversary folder. That's what this one is. Okay. And I feel like there's one spot right there that didn't glue down completely. Let's put that there. And don't even worry if you do not get enough. This is also something that you can decoupage together. Do you see that right here? There's a little bit of a different material. The pattern goes a little bit off. Don't even worry about it. By the time we put more stuff on top, it is going to be perfectly okay. Now this is going to be my first part of my compound border. Okay, we have now a frame that's double-sided, and you have the edge. So on your border you have 3 layers: the fillet border, which is this space, the red that's one side, and then you flipped it over for the white side so you can see all the way through. Just in case you didn't do the fabulous job on the mitering, we have cute little bows because I love a gorgeous bow. I'm sorry, I just love a gorgeous bow. Let me see, I think I might be getting too far away. Okay, so here is our box pleat. Sometimes I do it with double-sided tape, and sometimes I will do just like this and put a tight. Now I like mine to be a little bit fluffy. I don't really want them to be super tight. Okay, so here is this part, and I put a tiny little bit of glue, and my glue is getting a little watery because I had it in that little cup, you know, the one that holds your, okay, holds your needle from getting clogged. And it does suck up some of the water. That's why it starts to feel a little bit watery, but just barely. It'll be fine. Okay, and then we have it here. So I have, and I like to glue them in the middle, and then I like to kind of come in and pleat these up so that they're fluffy. You have a little more dimension in your paper. Okay, this is going to be our extreme border class that we're having in on Zoom, May 31st, 10 a.m. to maybe 2-ish. As of right now, I don't have it recorded. We're going to talk about that. I realize that a lot of us want them recorded, and we're going to figure that out. I know that we can do it with email. So you want it to see it again later, and I totally understand. I was just kind of making it private so that you guys can have time to express yourself. Okay, so here we are, and you can see how I'm just manipulating the paper so that we can get more texture. More is more in this world of mine. As you can see, I'm dressed up like Celia Cruz so that my husband can take me on some tropical vacay. I wonder if you can hear me now. It's been a challenging year, and you know, with the move, and it's hard. It's hard. Okay, here we go. And there we go. We have a lot of construction going on at home. It's really challenging to find time to get away, and we don't like leaving our dogs. And then my husband is European. When he goes on vacation, that means he wants to be gone for weeks at a time, and it's hard on our dogs. Okay, so this little die right here is the die that is a 12-inch die, okay, and it has these parts to it. And there's another one that I know this is silver and gold, but it looks like this. Okay, and I've already cut it up because sometimes you don't want it the way it comes. Please be free with your dies. Make them work for you. Okay, so I cut them up, and you know that I like to mix metals. And if you're not a mixing of a metal kind of person, then I understand. So here I have the gold inking, and then I have a silver, and this is called, let me remember, I'm not sure if this is my paper anniversary kit. So we have in this kit, it's still on sale. I think it's about 60 bucks. Usually I think they sold for 80 or 90. So this is the big rosette pleat. This one, we are going to use fancy folded banner and corners. This one is the one that I like to call a snail. Fancy folded rosettes because the end is folded. Super cute. This one makes a perfect little circle. It's called a smock border. And then this is my favorite. It's the box pleat. I think because I'm a 1980s child and everything was Ralph Lauren all of in my house, or at least in my dream house. Hello, Joy. How are you? Hey, Cynthia. This is the box pleat. So now, mind you, if you don't have this, you don't have to have it. You can make them with the score tool. I'll give you the measurements if that's something you don't have. Okay, so this one is the 2-wave border. Okay, so the 2-wave border is waving one to the right and one to the left, one to the left and one to the right. So it makes a really gorgeous dimensional. And am I off center? Let me look. Where is the camera on this baby? Right this way. There we go. It's really a fun die to use, a die. Okay, and then you have the big fat rosettes, really fun. Okay, and this one is the one that I'm using, and it's called diagonal border. All of them are going in the same direction compared to the one that has 2 different angles. And this print is the one that you're getting out of this. Okay, we did it last time. If you weren't there, it's the video probably that's right before this one. Let me see, I will try to link like I'm supposed to. Okay, and then I'm using the silver one, and I cut it just a tiny bit because it needed to be smaller for me. Okay, and let's get this going. I left some of these things out so that we can do them together. So if you have questions on how to, what is this, what's going on, then I can show you. Now, when I blend mine together, it may not be in the perfect spot, but I will promise you that nobody's going to notice. I really, really promise. So I'm trying to kind of get this together like right there where these 2 little loops right here are kissing. And there's going to be so much going on that I promise you're not going to notice. And I do try to keep it even. Like my little landmark was that this little tulip is hitting the little edge. Do you see this tulip is a little bit higher? And then this tulip is over here. So there should be a tulip maybe on the other side. And these 2 are going to be kissing right there. So I'm putting them at the same height right there. And then this little tulip is going to be a little bit higher right there. Okay. So here is this border. So we have 2 borders on here already, talking about compounding borders. Okay, here is our one. Okay, and then we did this one also last time, and it is the box pleat, and I have glued it in the middle and then kind of fluffed it up so that it gets a little more texture and to it. And then we're going to put this right here on the bottom, and I like to use a pop-up strip because it adds a little more dimension, and my frame already has dimension on it, so that is what we're going to do. This is really good stuff. It is really nice and strong. Now this is also going to help me hold my 2 borders together since I kind of tore them. They're really strong. And there. And I hope that you have scissors that have this titanium stuff on it, because this stuff gets all over the place of your stuff. Okay, so here's this one. Now it's going to go right on top. Do you see how pretty that silver goes really well with the rest of this little gold? Like, I don't think it looks bad. I know we have you know, people that don't like it, but I'm okay with it. Okay, now let's start over here so that it's, this is the start. See how both of these are flat? Okay, and we're going to pull a tiny bit out. Maybe. You see that? And then I'm going to start this where I need it in the center. And I'm eyeballing it, okay? It may not be absolutely perfect centered. I'm eyeballing it. Okay, then we have here. There. And there. So this is now the third, am I correct? The third layer. The blue, the silver, and then the red is now your third layer on your border. That is your compound border has been, to me, a compound border has at least 3 layers. I think at least. And then we haven't decorated it yet. You know, we still have to maybe add some embellies. You know that I already cut out some hearts. I mean, excuse me, stars, you know, so that we can embellish them. Okay, so here is that part. And now on this end, I am going to cut. I like cutting with a straight long one. Hello, Annie. How are you? How are things going in Dallas? How's the weather? Is it hot enough? These little pieces, you know, you decide. I'm putting it in my file box, the trash can. I know. And then this one, I'm going to fold over and glue to this back. What's for dinner, Annie? What are we having? So let's all say hello to everybody. See who all is here. We have Annie and Cynthia. Hello. Hey, Eve, how are you? A good suggestion, Eve. You could always draw a line on the back side for your pleats. Absolutely. Because Eve is like, it needs to be exact. I totally agree with that, Eve. Yes. Oops, it went up. Okay. So here is our border, this one here. Okay. And now we're going to bring this one over to this side. And you see, maybe I have to, this is ugly there. Maybe I have to do this a different way. We're going to put that right here. I guess my original one was this direction. I guess that's how we're going to go. This one is the top. Okay, here. Oh, I kind of think I like that because then I can put some more embellishments on the sides. Yep. Okay, and then here is our compound border, okay? Now let me bring, I like to have just the same amount of space here as we do up here, okay? Just for the eye to go. Right there. And then this one is going to go. Now mine is smaller. It is at 11 inches because I knew that we needed like a 10-inch border right into this little space. And when we put this down, I like to glue on the very end and leave this little pocket here open so that later I can come in and slide my little border into that little space. That's just a little something that I always know that I'm going to do something with the border. So look at how that little baby fits. Is that not so cute? This one is going to need more glue on both sides. I love this temporary glue. I did not know I was a temporary glue kind of person until you start using it, and you really like it. It works for me. Okay, so now that it's vertical, there, and here's your border. Now, listen to this, it's gonna blow your mind. Okay, so here's our border at the bottom. Here's our vertical little picture. But you say, oh, I don't have a vertical picture. So guess what? You can do this. And now you have horizontal, and you can make a double page layout with this one page, right? This can be now, so wherever my little, here it is, my little journal, maybe I add my little journal standing up this way instead of right, you know, I want it kind of this way right now, but you can make your paper work for your glue. Love temporary glue, eliminates making mistakes. I agree. I just didn't know I was like, I really am liking it. Okay, so I'm going this way because I'm hoping that I'll have a vertical picture. I don't know. Okay, and then I have my little fussy Tussie, Tussie. Which brand of repositionable is your faves? Okay, so let me tell you. Let me turn this upside down because you've got to. Guess what? Yes, I'm gonna keep working. Guess what? I have an Amazon store, or it's not an Amazon store. It's like an Amazon wish list. So you can go to the link below, and there's an Amazon something there, and you will find my favorite stuff. Now, is this repositionable thing in there yet? I don't think so. But this is called Easy Dots. And and I absolutely love it, and I will put it on there sometime before midnight. Okay, so yes, guys, I think with Antoinette, and it told me I needed an Amazon store. Or maybe like Jenny Ward said, Martha, you have to get a store. And I was like, it for me, and that's why I don't have it. But now I do. And my YouTube just went away, so let me see if I can upload this. Hello, how is everybody doing? I hope that you're enjoying my craziness of my live here. And if you find this material valuable, please leave me a thumbs up and please subscribe. I'm so happy that you're here with me. We are working on Tussie with a T, Mussy with an M, and we are putting these little cutie pies together. And I think I decided I needed 2 or 3 of them. And if I can find my cute little, I think I'm on 2. This is my little border, date tag journal space. And I kind of love this little gold. This is the one from the little doilies, okay? And this one is the eyelet one. And I am perfectly okay. Yes, it's called Easy Dot Scrapbook Adhesives, Repositionable. And I am perfectly okay doing different die companies or names with the same pattern. So as you can see, this is the eyelet one. And in order for me to make this one kind of pop out a little bit, because I wanted that little extra gold to kind of shine through, I cut it in half and stretch it out. Oh, let me see if I've got my camera where it's supposed to be at. Okay, and then I want to put it on top of this, but maybe not that much showing. So I will show you. I am going to cut it a little bit crooked, like so. And I'm going to put this one on the top. It is Sunday. How's everybody doing? Eve, you've got to put your project you were working on up for us, okay? I just want like the top showing through here, a little bit like that. So it's lacy. The whole idea of this is supposed to be liberty and lace. And so I'm trying to get some lace going on this. I need to move my mouse out of that way. That's how that happened. My mouse moved and my laptop closed. Okay, so now we're gonna put this one right into this little space. You have to show us pictures. You need to post on the page for all of Texana's and Martha's to see, because I need to see. You were doing some kind of wild art canvas stuff, and I am super interested. Okay, so here is my very big compound title journaling little space. I would love to put a little title here. It is 2 layers, and then the third one, once that third layer goes on, it is not just matted, it is compounded, and it is extreme. Okay, so here is where we're going. Hey Yvonne, hi Judy, how are you doing? How's everybody out there doing? And then let me show you, have we forgotten about our journaling tags? Right? Have we all forgotten about them? Well, they're right here, and this one I ran with the embossing folder, inked it first. Eve showed us how to do this, and I think it came out really good. Look at that. Trying to make sure I'm on the right camera. That. Okay, so I kind of feel like this should be somewhere. I'm not sure yet. Maybe around here. And then this little fussy thing here is going to have to get glued. I might have to even turn on the hot glue. So I want it to be a little bit dimensional. So I'm bringing it in just like that. And you kind of make it a little bit more like a snow cone, right? And I was thinking that I wanted the red one up here. This one is white. And we're going to put this one. I think I had a blue one also that kind of escaped my area. It's lost with Jack and Jill going up the hill. I don't know. Okay, so here. I'm kind of looking for balance. So you have red, white. There's too much white there, so I don't want that one. Do you see what I mean? Here's this white part, here's a white part, here's red. There's white and red on the edge of this frame, so we're still getting that little balance in your page. Hello, Rose Lily. I love seeing your name. I always think of my sweet roommate, Lily, in college, who was my very first dorm roommate. Okay, so what do you think? Here's where we're going with this, and I am not going to put any glue inside of this. This is kind of just in there, and I like that I can make that into a pocket. So maybe I might put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this, right in here, so that my my little journaling block doesn't slide all the way through. Okay, right there. And then this one is my journaling. Okay, and this one goes right here. I am really liking that. So let's get this one glued down. And I will more than likely get another piece of this kind of little paper here and put the date on it, because I love the way that little gold stars look. Every time I think of my little stars, absolutely love them. Always think of my sweet friend Roncia, because she is a lover of stars. Okay, so here we go with this one. My sweet little friend Roncia, how are you, sweet cakes? Okay, here we go. And then this one is going to stay right there because it's not going to slide down. I put glue underneath it. Okay, and then on this little baby over here, let me find the other one that I had. This, I think it's going to be really strong, and I'm thinking that I need to put a strip of this on the back. I think it needs to be reinforced. Okay, so it is getting caliente in Texas. It is. Okay, so now we are moving to the compound border. Here is just absolutely lovely. We have a compound little journaling tag that's going to have a little bit of a creamy colored for the date. I love that. Let me see what the color is this. Oh, that one is cute also. Look. Just make yourself a little border right there, because then you know where to put your date. And we are going to put that with repositionable, because then I can take it off and bring it back. I know Eve is dying because it's not perfectly straight. It's okay, Eve. I'm going to be okay, I promise. Okay, so now we want to do our embellishments of our little fussy tussies, mussies, cussies, and somewhere it should come out that maybe I have a third one. Maybe I don't. So now what I want to do is bring over my embellishments right here and my florals. And what you're going to start to do is a composition of some kind of gorgeous floral embellishment. And you work with the way that you want to, okay? I feel like something that's tall would be really cool. We had the white on this side, so a little bit of red on there. You see this one is red on this side, putting red on this side. Just something, whatever you feel you want to put in. Okay, look at this one, adding some dimension to it. I don't know if I like the cherries. What does this one say? Uncle Sam. That is so cute. These are just all so adorable. I don't know if you can see everything I'm pulling out. Okay. So now we're going to bring my little frame over, my page layout. And you need to kind of find your space, your colors, okay? You can see the little things that I picked out. And, you know, moving them about whichever way you want to. There we go. And very Americana. I am loving this. And you see, that's not quite, it doesn't quite fit the way you want it to fit, but I'm going to cut it up because I think that that would be really fun to have around here, and it would be a huge embellishment. Maybe just use half of it as a flourish. Oh, I like that idea. So, boom, cut it. Just do it. And then I like that right there. So, we have that little thing that pulls these things up. Have you guys seen this? Look, it's called a sticky thumb. And I'm pulling out enough that I can see where I want to put this at. Okay. just like that. I have been playing with Canva. Do you guys know Canva, that design kind of thing? It has really just been blowing my mind how much stuff you can do with it. Just so fun. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do this one so that we have another circle. Do you see what I mean? Oh, that's nice. They're on HSN. They're called Sticky Thumb, and I guess I need to put that on my page because I don't have that. And pull on your sticker part to see where you want to go. Just like that. Okay, and then she's gonna sit just about there. Oh, I love the way that's working. Okay, and this one needs to come down lower. All right, you see that? It's coming together. What are you thinking? Compounding borders? And I'm going to go for it. I'm gonna go for it because we have to make a decision. We have to. This page has already been on this desk for way too long. So I'm going to move her around and put her into that little space. This little thing here, I think I might need more pop-ups. Let's see. Let's get a little pop-up stuff out there. Because you want it to be layered. This one I want in the background of it, but I think it needs to have a little bit of a up. So we're gonna have this one taken off. And you guys hear my little Hixie? He's probably going for a run. He doesn't run very much in the summer because it is too hot for that hairy dog. Yes. Okay, so I'm putting this little lovely thing right there so that my fussy Tussie Mussy is sitting in this little space so you can still see it. Okay, and maybe some of that blue, you see? And I'm gonna kind of temporarily pull this out. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it, but I kind of like the idea of those little pleats. Now let's go work on this side. I'm standing over the desk right now because usually I sit to scrapbook, but I'm standing so I can see everything. Hey, Stamp Jazzy, my little friend Shirion, how are you? Okay, if my little one is sitting right about there because it needs to, she needs to fit, right? So I'm thinking there. Yes. And this is my background for my whole composition here of our little Tussie Mussy. Yes. Hey, Eve, Joy, I was watching the mixed media. Yes, that's what it's called. Mixed media class. Let me see. What do we have? Yeah. Eve does some beautiful mixed media stuff. Like, you guys just don't even know. I'm going to make this. I'm going to cut off the statue part because you don't need to see that. And then I can figure out where I want my little Statue of Liberty to sit. And I want this one behind it also. So I'm thinking she's gonna stand straight up right on that edge. And then I can get this little circular one going. And it also needs more pop-up dots. Where are we on time? Holy moly. You know, it's not like we have a time limit. It's just somebody needs to go make dinner. I think there's plenty of leftovers, okay, so Sundays is a really good day for us to do these kind of fun lives. And I'm thinking the 5 o'clock hour might be good where everybody's out and about. Their fun day Sunday and might be getting close to coming in and hanging out with me. So I'm kind of trying to schedule more of these events, little things going on Sundays at 5 p.m. So reserve that for me, as in save the date, but save the time. Sundays, 5 p.m. is working for me right now. So I was hoping that I can reserve that time with you. Oh, look at that. Did we I kind of wanted it over here though. It's very, very busy, isn't it? But it's okay. It'll be fine. Let's see where we go with our... I like that blue in there. I think we need another something, something. Maybe some more gold over here. Kind of like that. Yes. Okay. And we'll put a little pop-up dot on it just in case I need to wiggle some flowers in between it. Okay. And I can see the kind of the United States of America. These are really fun ephemera on this. And here's the gold one that we were looking at that says Uncle Sam. But I don't know, we need that one. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is I would love to get some florals in here. And the only two florals that I saw are these. And I don't know what those are called. Are those hydrangeas with, I don't know what those little flowers are. But, and cherries. There's cherries also. So I went and got my roses. And some of these that are pink and have a little red, white, and blue in it, and I think that's okay. So we're going to do kind of a mix of florals around here, because what's a fussy mussy? What is an Anna Griffin paper without a floral of some sort, right? So we are going to kind of stick this in between and see how we go. I mean, I like a beautiful floral, so why not? And then we're going to put a little pop-up dot on it also. So this page is getting really big. Okay, and we're going to kind of put her right into this space so we can kind of see the little flower and the greenery. Probably didn't need very much at all. And let's switch it up and put... Oh, I like it hanging out. Let me see. Moving it up. Ooh, okay, so I'm saying Sundays at 5 p.m. If you reserve that time for me so that we can enjoy hanging out with each other, I would really appreciate that. Count on me to kind of do something live on Sundays at 5. Look at that right there. See how pretty that is? This one I don't see so much because it's on the other side. Maybe I have to pull it out. Yeah. Okay, and then we have this gorgeous little different floral. Let me put her behind. Wiggle her around and get some florals in there, baby girl, because you are the Statue of Liberty. You need some florals in there. Maybe I should do this one that we did earlier. What are these flowers? So she can show up, you know? Right? No, yes, maybe. No, yes, maybe. Do we want a little more color in it? Let's see. This one is an itty bitty one. Because this one is itty bitty, I feel like it maybe should be itty bitty, or should it be bigger? I think we're going to go with big. But you know what? It's your paper, your page. You do whatever you want to do with it, okay? I'm adding some extra glue so that my Statue of Liberty doesn't lose all her florals. Trying to figure out which way goes up and down. So what we're doing is filling our... I'm going to put that right there on it to hold that pressure down. Filling our little Tussie Mussy with some gorgeous florals, so that we can have red, white, and blue florals, right? This one looks kind of red, white, and blue. I mean, there's purple on it also, but I like it. And that's my page. So therefore, I will do whatever I want to put on it. You guys know. I have to have florals. I mean, I have florals on every, probably every single page I have. I know. So right there. Okay, and then I feel like it should have a different color, like right here. Feels like it needs a little red, you see? So just feel what your little eye feels like. Do what you feel like feels appropriate to you. And I kind of want to tuck her in, and therefore she's going to need a little piece right here to hold on to, because she was kind of flying high there. And I would love to see your work, Eve. You've got to post it for us to see so that we can see all the gorgeousness that you have made. And I'm adding red to the other side to add balance, because we have red on one side. We should have a little bit of red on the other as well. Kind of moving my little gold so you can kind of see my gold here. Is it going to be outside the page right there? Okay. And now more is more and more is better. I think it needs to be a different color there. I have red, white, and blue florals. Okay. Oh, this one is not showing up. This little corner is underneath it. Okay. I wanted the little corners to show up because somewhere in here I have the little fans, from the fans, and I wanted to put them as a little bottom of my Tussie Mussy here. Okay. Here's this one. And I wanted it to be a little bit on the gold side, you see. So we'll put a little gold on this. Now, I don't know if Tussie Mussies have this, but mine's is going to. Sneak that little baby in there. And these little bitty things are all about the finishing touches, right? The end, the making it yours kind of page. So make it yours. And yes, we are trying to figure out what days we can hang out and do a crop to finish all of our projects, because we have projects to finish for right there. And then we need a red one. So I'd already had these 4 little ones cut. I think they come from the fans. Right there. And those are the little bitty things that you can put. Here's, we're going to put some journaling at. You know, and I guess if I wanted to, I could add this, but that is huge. And then you don't see any of the background. I wish I had one that was red and white. Maybe if we do 2 of them together. No, we're going to leave it alone. This one is up here. That's why you're not seeing it. Okay. Okay. So here is our page. Compound border, compound date border, compound frame, Tussie Mussie's Extreme. Okay. And the idea with our, let me bring this over. The idea with the compound border, so we're going to do something for our Zoom class upgrade of this little loveliness that you see. Even if you think that how can we possibly get more of this, okay? What we are going to do is really work on compound borders, okay? Because I feel like if you have a compound border, this can be your title page. This could be the start of your loveliness. And then we're going to just get a simple page, maybe stars, maybe this gorgeousness. I feel like it should be something a little bit more simple, okay? And then you can do another compound border. Let's say it's similar to this and this. And here's the start of this. Maybe this was a little strip that you added to some kind of loveliness, right? Maybe when you were cutting a little fillet border, you ended up with just enough of a border to embellish, and this is perfect because it's stars. Look how gorgeous that's gonna look. Okay, and those were those stars right there. Okay, that's 2 layers, and then here you have another border with the gold, and I was leaving those little frames, gold frames around here somewhere. Where's that little edge of it? Here. Okay, so I was showing you how I was attaching these. Let me move this way, and we are going to go all the way down. Okay. If you want to learn how to do these, come and join me. We are going to be doing a really fun Zoom class all about the loveliness of compound borders. Okay, how to make it work with what you've got. Okay, here is that little space, and right there's the edge of that little flower. That was one of my little landmarks. And then we cut this little piece off. Okay, and of course this is going to go right on top because I said it was compound, because that's more is more, right? And that goes right on top of that. We're going to put layers of this. So we are going to work on this on Zoom all together, where I'm not the only one talking, where we all talk together, and sometimes all at the same time. I mean, sometimes at the same time. You know, we do follow the Zoom rules of raising our hands and all that kind of loveliness and entering. You need to register. You can find me on Facebook and our little group, and I will send you a Zoom link so that you can register. The class is $20, and we are doing it on the 31st. Okay, so now we have this little piece here, and now all we need is a frame, a fillet frame for a round, and these are compound borders, and now you can make another page. Okay, so here, you know, maybe we make a page with more stars all the way around. You see? There we go. And there is a compound border on you. Okay, so here we have, let me lift you up and turn it around. Are you guys all with me? Flag, flag, flag. Yes, I love a good flag. I absolutely do. Hello, how's everybody doing? Okay, let me bring a page back over here. The page that we finally finished, right? We've been working on it from last week to this week. Okay, so compound extreme borders going on here. We have the wave, okay, which is the pleated diagonal. Then you have the little lacy doily that is only 6 inches, 7 inches, and we turned it into a 12-inch. Then you have my absolute favorite box pleat that goes on the back. And you have this little edge that's also similar to a little, you know, like it looks like this little cute pants that people wear, right? Put a flag on the page. You want a flag on the page, sweetheart? Where'd the flag go? Oh, here it is. Yes. Let's see. She was supposed to be in here. I kind of think she should be on the red side. What do you think? Just kind of pushed in there. I like it. Thank you so much. Okay, box pleat. And then we have this gorgeous little spot to put our date on, and that is compounded. We have a gold one, a red one, and then we did an extra pop out. And this one is a little journaling card. You see that? That is a little journaling card that you kind of have as a, similar to a little pocket, okay? It's not gonna be stuck in there permanently, but we did put glue on the bottom so it doesn't go all the way through. You like the flag. I am so glad. I love the flag also. Put this little journaling tag right in there. And I love it on the top. Oh, look what I found behind it. Okay, and then we have 2 Tussie Mussies. Can you even see the Tussie Mussie? Fussy? Flag, Ferris wheels. Yes, it's all Americana, right? Isn't it just so cute? And then a little bow. We have to have bows because why not? And see, you did see a little bit of that background, but easily you can use right there. You see a little bit of the background. You can easily use, you know, a white. You can use ivory. You can use a blue, light blue, whatever you want. Okay, so for the Madison class, it is on May 31st on a Saturday, 10 a.m. till about 2-ish. And we are going to work on compound borders. We are probably going to get, I'm counting them, and I'm thinking 6 compound borders so that we make a layout that's similar to this. And then I want to do 6 compound borders similar to this so that we can have really fast 6 pages done. I think it's going to be super cute. Is my flag going? She has to stand up. I know that. That's very important. We have a flag in our front yard also. I love it. There. She had to stand up. I know. Isn't it gorgeous? It's a really gorgeous flag. It looks like it's waving flag. I love that how 3D it is. Okay, so there's the little fussy, tussy, mussy. Okay, and then over here's the other one. Really pretty, really fun. So 6 p.m. Wow, we're right on schedule, aren't we? So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm really happy that you're here. If you found value to my little video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm going to really commit to doing 5 p.m. on Sunday so that we can meet, get our week ready, get a page done, something that is exciting, something that's really, really awesome. Tomorrow, I might pull up the afternoon because guess who got a die? Where's Miss Marcy Lotti? Where's Miss Lotti at? Because I think this is what I want to play with tomorrow. Thank you so much, Shirian. I appreciate it. Tomorrow I want to play with this. Maybe I need to do it in Madison, or, you know, I really kind of think it should be all red, white, and blue. So maybe I'll do that in red, white, and blue tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow noonish. I don't know. I don't know what time. But I'm going to say that it's maybe tomorrow at noon. And we'll be playing with this little lovely thing. So we have our page done. I'm so happy that everybody's here with me. Thank you so much. And I will see you Sunday at 5 p.m. tomorrow, possibly at noon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Bye. Have a great evening. Bye.